Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For this video I did this sunset eyeshadow look. So if you guys want to know how I achieved this look, then please keep on watching. First of all, I always apply something moisturizing to my lips before doing my makeup. And to prime my eyes, I'm going to be using the Soft Ochre Paint Pot by MAC. And I'm just applying that with a flat concealer brush, and then I'm going to be blending it in with my finger. And I'm going to be using the 120 color palette by BhCosmetics, the 3rd edition. And with this Morphe M441 brush, we're going to be taking the yellow color and putting it all over our crease. And we're going to be blending this out really far towards the end of our brow. And we're also going to be taking this color all the way in to the sides of our nose. And just go ahead and do the same thing to the other eye. Just make sure everything is really well blended. And the other palette we're going to be using is the Morphe 39A Dare To Create palette. And taking this orange shade right here, we're going to be putting it over the yellow shade, but just in our crease, not spreading it out as far as the yellow color. And using the first brush that we used, we're not going to be applying any more shadow to it. We're just going to be using it to blend those two colors together and winging out the eyeshadow towards the end of our brow. And with that same brush, we're going to be getting this darker orange shade right here and putting it over the orange shade just to deepen it up a little bit to make it look darker. But we're not taking this shade up to the yellow color. We're keeping it on our crease and on our lid, just so we won't cover the yellow anymore. And now with the Modern Renaissance palette, we're going to be taking Red Ochre and putting it all over our lid. Sorry for that quick interruption. So just keep packing that on your lid and blending it up to the crease. And we're going to be taking this red color from the BhCosmetics palette and putting it over that color just to make it look more red. Now going back to that Morphe palette, we're going to be taking the darker orange that we used on our crease and just reapplying it to intensify it a little bit more. And now we're going to be using the Sigma E40 and just blending all the colors together. I didn't apply any shadow to the brush, it's just the brush by itself. And I'm just using that to blend all the colors together and to flare out the eyeshadow towards the end of my brow a little bit more. Now using these Lash Pop lashes in the style Out of the Blue, with the duo glue in the dark tone. While the glue dries, I'm going to be applying mascara to my lashes, and also I'm going to be applying eyeshadow to my brow bone, and I'm going to be using the lightest shade in the Modern Renaissance palette. Now that I allowed the glue to get a little bit tacky, I'm going to be applying my lashes. And now I'm going to move on to the face, so I'm going to clean out all the eyeshadow that fell onto my face with a makeup wipe. And thanks to Nikki Tutorials, she introduced us to this post shea balm that we could use as a primer, and it really does work. So I'm just going to be applying that all over my face, and I like to pat it into my skin. And the foundation that I'm going to be using is a Makeup Forever HD Stick Foundation in 125. And I'm just going to apply that all over my face, and I'm going to be blending it out with the Real Techniques Beauty Sponge. And I do own the original Beauty Blender, but I don't know why I like this sponge better. I feel like I'm the only one. For concealer, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, and I'm going to be applying that everywhere where I want to highlight. And this is the lightest shade, and I'm going to be blending it out with the same sponge. And to set my concealer, I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I like to apply that all over where I put my concealer and the sides of my nose like this, because that makes my nose look more slim. And I also like to apply this on my smile lines because I tend to crease a lot in those areas. And with the fluffier brush, I'm going to be getting a little bit of that powder and putting it all over my face. And with this other brush, I'm just dusting off the excess powder. To contour, like always, I'm going to be using the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette and grabbing a little bit of the darker shade and mixing it with the lightest shade and putting that on my cheekbones where I want to define my cheekbones. And with the lightest shade, I'm going to contour my forehead and my chin and my jawline. And I like to connect the contour from my forehead to my cheeks just so it could look more blended together. And with this small angled brush, I'm going to be contouring my nose. When I do my makeup, I can never not contour, especially my nose. I have to contour my nose. And I also like contouring my chin as well. With this lightest shade of the palette, I'm going to be putting it on the sides of my nose just to define more where I contoured. And I'm also going to be carving out my cheek contour. Now with the middle contour shade, we're going to be bronzing the face a little bit just to warm the face up a little bit more. And for blush, we're going to be using the MAC Breath of Plum blush with the Sephora blush brush. I like to apply my blush on the apples of my cheeks and blending it upwards to the contour. And for highlight, I'm going to be using the Champagne Pop by Becca. And I'm going to be spraying my brush with MAC Fix Plus just to intensify the glow a little bit more. And I like to apply highlighter to my cheeks and my chin and my cupid's bow and the tops of my eyebrows and a little bit on my forehead. And before I apply highlighter to my nose, I'm going to dust off the powder that I had used to carve out the contour for my nose and for my cheeks. And another highlighter that I'm going to be using is the J.Cat You Glow Girl Baked Highlighter in Crystal Sand. And I'm just going to be applying that on the highest points of my cheeks. Moving back to the eyes, I'm going to be using this Maybelline Lasting Drama Waterproof Gel Pencil. I'm putting that on my waterline. And I'll be dragging it a little bit down past my lash line as well. And now using the Morphe M165 brush, I'm going to be using this blue shade right here from the Morphe palette. And I'm going to be applying that on top of the blue eyeliner just to smoke it out. And I'm going to be dragging that blue eyeshadow out. With this small e.l.f. brush, we're going to be taking the darker orange that we used and putting it under the blue shade just so it won't look too harsh, like a blue line under your eye, just so it could look like it's fading out. After that, I'm going to be taking the L'Oreal Paris Voluminous Original Blue Mascara and applying that to my lower lashes. And taking this Morphe 35F palette and taking this gold shade with this small brush and putting it in my tear duct. And taking the lightest shade of that palette and just packing that on top of the gold color. Moving on to lips, I'm going to be removing the Vaseline from my lips and using this MAC liquid lipstick in the shade Topped with Brandy. And I'm also going to be applying this NYX liquid lipstick in the shade 06 just to the center of my lips. And I guess I wasn't recording, but I sprayed myself with the MAC Fix Plus, and this is the final look. I hope you guys liked it, and please don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you enjoyed it, and I hope you guys try it out.